All right, Shalom. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. All right, here's a video, okay, that I saw earlier at work. In Lord's will, I'm doing this video on it. Okay, about the food stamps. Okay, this says here food stamps, SNAP, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It starting in Indiana. All right, it says, I'll just read it. It says it begins. Indiana IGA can't process food stamps. SNAP could be cut to millions. Okay, and guess what, man? Look at that. SNAP benefits / food stamps customers stop. We are temporarily unable to accept EBT cards as payment. We hope that this issue will be resolved soon. Until then, we are sorry for the inconvenience that this may cause. And I watched the whole video, which I'll see if I can put the link in the description. If not, you can just go to his page. It's Dabu77. All right. And basically, he says that when they asked, they said because of the government shutdown, this is what's happening. Okay. So just as the title says, it begins. Okay. And keeping in mind, hey, that's why it says here, SNAP could be cut to millions. A lot of people, okay, depend on these food stamps and these benefits, man. Okay, they depend on these things, man. But guess what, man? This is gonna lead to riots, uproars, okay? Because and hey, we're gonna see what Trump is gonna say tomorrow. All right, in his emergency broadcast meeting tomorrow, he's hell bent on declaring a state of emergency. Now, if that happens, you can forget all of this. All right, because here it is. You got the Let me see if I could find it so I could read it verbatim. Look it up on my phone. All right, but they're basically trying to say that. Let me read it because the brother put in the chat. It says here, in a sign that the Trump administration is worried about a potential public backlash on the issue, the White House decided Monday that it is legally permissible to process tax returns during the shutdown, reversing past IRS policy. Yet talks between the White House and congressional aides over the weekend showed no signs of a breakthrough, and hundreds of thousands of federal workers remain furloughed. See, so they're out here, quote unquote, claiming that it's legal to process, you know what I mean, the tax returns and stuff, so they can ease, all right, the backlash of the people, because people will really lose it if they don't get their tax refunds. Okay, but understand that, hey, that's even if they're able to do that, that's not gonna do anything. Okay, that's not gonna stop prophecies from happening. That's not gonna stop these. That's not gonna pay these unpaid workers who still have to report to work. Okay, that's not gonna fix these food stamp things that are already starting. Okay, things are only gonna get worse. Even if it seems like it's gonna get better, the prophecy of America is destruction. It's going to get worse. Okay, brothers are having visions. All right, and hey, man, it's gonna get bad out here. Okay, it's gonna get. This is only the beginning. So really, all they're trying to do is just put a band-aid on an open wound. That's not gonna stop anything, man. Okay, their little damage control tactics that they try to use is not gonna stop anything. But Lord's will, all right, the Heavenly Father puts the spirit upon Trump to declare a state of emergency and just make things worse. You know, because oh man, and Lord willing, he declares it, people riot, and they just bring them troops in there and they just shut shit down, man. Okay, and of course you're gonna have people revolting at first, you know what I mean, but hey, Lord's will, the Lord put that spirit in Trump to set it off, man. Okay, because this is prophecy. Okay, this is prophecy. This is Second Ezra, the 15th chapter, the 16th chapter. Okay, even going into what is that, Zephaniah, I believe, the first chapter. You know, if I'm not mistaken. All right, but there's a lot of prophecies. All right, on the destruction of this place, man. Okay, but focusing on this, man, this food stamp thing, man. Hey, people like food. When you mess with people's food, man, they especially Jake, man, they do not want to hear that. Okay, when they're not able to feed their kids, okay, which this is also gonna affect people with medication, okay, those who can't get, when they can't get their medication, man, and they can't feed their kids, and they start wilding out, okay, they're gonna get violent real quick, man. Like, you ever seen that commercial, that Stinkers commercial? You're not you when you're hungry. What happens? The dudes, the people in the commercial are usually angry. and upset till they eat that Snickers bar, right? Guess what? In real life, there ain't gonna be no Snickers bar for you. Okay? So I'm gonna get this first precept. This is Lamentations chapter 4, verse 9. They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. Okay? For these pine away, stricken through for the want of the fruits of the field. All right? Let me look up the word pine. Oh, pine away. To die. All right? To gush, to issue, to discharge. Basically to die. All right, but it's a slow, painful death, man. Dying by famine is a slow, painful death. That's why it says it would be better if you get shot in the head or get killed by a weapon than to die by hunger, man. And guess what? Let me get that precept. What is it? Jeremiah 15, I believe. Let me see. No. I think it might be in the Apocrypha. There it is. 2 Ezra 16, verse 19. All right, it says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent out as scourges for amendment. Okay? It says, but for all these they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be mindful of the scourges. See, so all these things that the Lord is bringing upon this place, man, is what? It's for the destruction. Okay? It's really scourges for amendment, but they're not gonna get it, so it's gonna be for their destruction, man. And that's why Ezra, when he saw these things, this is what he said. Let me just get the whole chapter. Verse, what was it? Verse 17. He said, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? Because number one, Ezra understood reincarnation. He knew he was gonna be here, all right, in this time that we're in right now, in which the prophecies are taking place. And seeing the vision of how horrible it was gonna be, he said, woe is me. Meaning destruction. Like woe meaning destruction, but he's basically saying I'm in trouble. Because who's gonna deliver me in those days? I'm gonna be alive then. But with how hellish it's gonna be, man, who's gonna deliver me? Because that's how bad it was. See, when these prophets wrote these things, they weren't predicting the future. They were writing down what the future. They were writing what was already happening in the vision. See, because they saw the future and they wrote down what they saw. All right, they didn't just write something and it just became a thing. No, the Lord obviously spoke it at first, but He showed them the future, which is what they wrote. Okay, and that's why the prophets were so shook and so scared when they saw the visions, because they were like, my goodness, it was that bad. Okay, it was that bad, man. And so people think, oh, and of course it's matter of fact, let me get that precept real quick. Oh, it's already here. Spirit. First Thessalonians, the 5th chapter, the 3rd verse. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. Okay? As travail upon a woman with child, they shall not escape. So when people see these things, that, oh yeah, it'll end soon. The IRS is only gonna delay us getting our refunds. It's not like we're not gonna get it at all. All these different extra stuff. People thinking, because people are not thinking that this shutdown is gonna last forever or is gonna turn into something more serious. Their mind is, yeah, they're going back and forth, but at some point they'll resolve it and we'll be all good. The damage is gonna be done. Okay, one of the brothers put an article in the chat also about how it says Wall Street will take a hit this week if shutdown affects tax season. See, so if this shutdown affects the tax season, that's gonna affect the economy. All right, which is gonna affect the stock markets. All these things are interconnected, man. Okay, and these elites are using Trump as the face. Okay, so this is only gonna get worse, man, because these elites are ready to crash this economy. They're ready to cause the chaos, like their thing, Ordo ab chaos, order out of chaos, man. They need to cause the chaos in order to bring the order and upgrade everything. 5G, no more 4G. 4G was destroyed along with the chaos that you guys were in the old world. This is the new way of doing things. We have 5G now. All right, everything is up to biometric standards. Okay, even your regular grocery store that you go to, when they rebuild it, Okay, it's gonna be up to 5G. It's gonna be up to biometrical standards. Meaning, if you don't have the chip, all right, and you can't scan through, you're done. These things right here, these little benefits, done. They were looking for a way to be done with all these different little teats and benefits so they can bring in the new world order, man. Because when Jake have these things, they're comfortable. So when they're comfortable, they don't want change. But when they're uncomfortable and change is the only way to get out of their uncomfortable situation, that's the number one thing they're gonna go for. And by Jake, I mean you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay? But this is gonna get worse, man. Thus saith the Lord, thus saith the scriptures, man. America does not have a bright future. Okay? And if you're in America and you're not with the Lord, man, the Lord is not with you, you should be scared. Okay? You should fear. Because it's gonna get bad, man. Because look, a little chaos is gonna lead to a lot. It's gonna lead to class wars, which is gonna lead to race wars, which is gonna lead to the martial law, and man, it's just gonna be bad. Okay, these are only the beginning phases. These are only the beginning phases. Okay, but you should take a look at this video right here. Okay, because this is like it says, it begins in Indiana. Okay, and soon to a city near you. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what Trump says tomorrow. You know what I mean? Or really today, since it's already 12. Okay, but regardless of what he says, man, don't be fooled. All right? There's something called controlled opposition, and there's also something called damage control. One way or the other, America is going to be destroyed. It's going to collapse. It's going to be done. Regardless of how they do it, it's still going to happen. Okay? But, that's really it. All right? This is just another update. Okay, I hope this video is edifying to the elect. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakudash. All right, and Shalom.